The poor student stood outside the courthouse with trembling hands, his worn shoes dusted by the city streets that had never been kind to him. People stared, whispering, unable to believe he was marrying a 71-year-old millionaire woman. Hunger, debt, and desperation had pushed him here, but deep inside, guilt gnawed at his heart like a silent curse. He remembered the nights he slept hungry, textbooks torn, dreams heavier than his pockets. When she offered marriage, not love but security, it felt like fate mocking him. Still, he convinced himself it was temporary, a sacrifice for survival, not betrayal of his soul. The woman arrived calmly, her silver hair neatly tied, eyes sharp yet gentle. Wealth surrounded her, but loneliness followed like a shadow. She looked at him not as a prize, but as a person, and that unsettled him more than judgmental stares ever could. Their marriage was quiet, almost businesslike. No music, no laughter, only signatures and flashing cameras. The student felt like an actor in a story written by poverty, wondering what price destiny would demand for this comfort. The mansion he entered that night felt unreal. Chandeliers glowed like stars, hallways echoed with silence, and luxury suffocated him. He had dreamed of wealth, but now it felt cold, like a palace without warmth or meaning. She showed him his room, separate from hers. "Comfort doesn't grow from force," she said softly. Her words confused him. This was not the arrangement he had imagined, nor the one people accused him of making. Days passed quietly. She never demanded anything, never controlled him. Instead, she asked about his studies, his dreams, his past. Each question felt heavier than gold, because no one had cared before. On the seventh night, unable to sleep, curiosity pulled him through the mansion. He followed dim lights to a locked room he had never seen open. His heart pounded as if warning him to turn back. Inside, he froze. Walls were covered with photographs, documents, and letters. Every image was of him, his childhood, his struggles, even moments he thought no one noticed. Shock drained the blood from his face. He realized she had known him long before he knew her. Scholarships he never understood, debts mysteriously paid, opportunities appearing from nowhere, it was all her doing. His knees weakened as truth crushed his assumptions. Tears blurred his vision. He had married for money, but she had chosen him for belief. She believed in his future when the world only saw his poverty. Shame wrapped around his heart like chains. Her voice came from behind him. She confessed she had lost her son years ago, a boy with dreams like his. Helping him healed something broken inside her, and marriage was her way of protecting him forever. He broke down, apologizing, admitting his selfish intentions. She smiled gently, saying survival is not a sin. "What matters is what you become after," she whispered, placing a hand on his shoulder. From that night, everything changed. He studied harder, not for escape but for purpose. Wealth became a tool, not a goal. Respect replaced guilt, and gratitude replaced fear. People still judged, but he no longer listened. He had learned that truth is often invisible, and sacrifices are misunderstood by those who never faced hunger. Years passed. He graduated with honors, using her support to uplift others like him. She watched proudly, not as a wife seeking love, but as a guardian watching destiny bloom. When she grew weaker, he stayed by her side, reading to her, holding her hand. Love had arrived unexpectedly, not romantic, but profound and human. On her final day, she smiled peacefully, knowing her wealth had created something eternal, hope. Her legacy was not money, but the man he became. After her passing, the world called him lucky. Only he knew the truth. He was not saved by riches, but by someone who saw worth beyond poverty. Standing again outside the courthouse years later, he looked at the sky, whispering thanks. 7 days had shocked him, but a lifetime had transformed him.